Where will you settle down here? What will be your resident if you decided? Because from these 6 ex-Yugoslavia countries that you already visited and met the people, how will you decide at the end where you will live for a longer period of time? Because now, as I've heard, you're living in your Yugo. Is this true?
Yes, I have been living in my Yugo.
It looks strange. It sounds strange that you live in the Yugo, but you told us that it's true. It's not like some stunt.
No, it's not a stunt. And we even thought about doing some kind of stunt of getting a different car or getting. My initial plan was to get a big camper, and we were going to use that to travel around. But and that was going to be fun, but. Ultimately, it didn't work out that way. The Yugo is it. And so we spend most of our time in the Yugo driving and then just stay at whatever Airbnb, hotel, friend's house, fan's house, or in a hammock in the woods, you know, wherever. The place I've decided to settle down, and my decision as of right now is final, at least until next year, is in Serbia. And the reason I picked Serbia is because specifically Belgrade. I don't like city life. I'm not really a city boy. I didn't come from a city. So I'll probably pick some village just outside, someplace where I can get a house, someplace to park my cars. It's really cheap there. And there's a lot of people. And I like both of those things. So the network is large, and not only is it cheap to live, but it's also, we are right now looking to expand our team into hiring some additional influencers to join me, maybe some people to build up. But also, I mean, I need an accountant, I need a lawyer, I need all sorts of people, and they're all cheaper in Serbia,
and
much cheaper.
And all this internet business and TikTok and Instagram, Facebook, YouTube is much bigger in Serbia than in Croatia. Not that just that Serbia is a bigger country, but they started with it earlier than we did. So if you, it's actually interesting that we have the biggest podcast on Balkans, but most of the YouTubers and TikTokers that are really big on Balkans came from Serbia.
From Serbia.
Yeah, from Serbia. And Belgrade is a big city, a lot of opportunities, a lot of companies are situated in Serbia. So I think a lot of our sponsors, actually, we are dealing with Belgrade because they have, for example, a brand for every country in ex-Yugoslavia, but their center there is in Serbia. So I think that's a good idea, and especially because it's much cheaper. Like you told us, standard in Serbia is maybe it's lower than in Croatia, of course, and it's in Croatia similar than Slovenia. So it's much more expensive. And I've heard on some videos that you mentioned that Croatia is actually pretty expensive, and you were in Plitvička jezera, and you were on our and it's you paid $80 or 80 euros for 2 tickets, and you told us, you know, it's beautiful, but that's insane. On our seaside, you were again this year you were on Adriatic coast, and the prices are like in Monaco. You know, it's
they're
like
high. Really high.